The Revolation V by ChocoVision. Here are all parts disassembled for full view. They are the bowl, solid and holey baffles, baffle clip, scraper, knobs, dust cover. For best results, the room temperature should be between 68 and 72 degrees with humidity below 50%. Position machine a minimum of 6 inches from a wall so that intake and exhaust fans are not obstructed. Place the bowl, with the bumps down, into the corresponding divots in the machine. Rotate until it shifts down and locks into place. Your machine comes with a solid and holey baffle. For the sake of this demonstration, we will be using the standard solid baffle. The baffle measures and reports the temperature of the chocolate to the microprocessor. Slide the baffle clip onto the baffle as shown. The baffle clip prevents any unmelted chocolate from escaping the bowl as it rotates. Fit the scraper onto this slot on the baffle, lining up the 2 notches on the scraper with the corresponding nodes on the baffle. With the scraper in place, lower the baffle into the bowl so that the posts on the unit line up with the holes on the baffle, and the same for the contact strips on both. Secure the baffle and scraper in place by screwing the knobs onto each side. When properly fastened, the scraper will bend forward towards the front of the machine. Now that your machine is fully assembled, plug it in and turn the switch found at the back on, and the digital display screen will light up. If the baffle is not firmly in place or there is any debris on the contact areas, you will see the words "Install Baffle." You can press the arrow down button to toggle between Fahrenheit and Celsius. You can pre-melt your chocolate in order to expedite the tempering process, but for the sake of this video, we will be using solid chocolate and going through the melt cycle. Hold aside roughly 1/8 of the batch amount to use later as seed chocolate during the temper cycle. Before your first use, prime the inside of the bowl with chocolate as shown in order to reduce friction and possible damage to the scraper. Place solid chocolate behind the baffle. Put the cover onto the machine to keep the heat in the machine during the melting process. Press the S button until the chocolate type you are using appears on the screen. For this demonstration, it will be dark chocolate. You can bypass using the default melt temperature by pressing the arrow up or arrow down buttons until your desired melt point is shown on the screen. For the sake of this demonstration, we will be using the machine's default melt point of 108 degrees Fahrenheit. The chocolate will melt and the bowl will rotate when the temperature reaches 85 degrees Fahrenheit. The minimum amount of chocolate you can use in order to fully submerge the probe in chocolate and enabling an accurate temperature reading is 2 pounds with the standard baffle and 3 pounds with the holey baffle. The maximum is 5 and 8 pounds respectively. When that temperature is reached, you will hear a series of 3 beeps and the words "Select Temper Mode" will appear on the display screen, prompting you to press the T button and choose your temper mode between Temper 1, Temper 2, and Extended Temper Mode. The difference between each tempering mode is explained in the standalone video we have produced. You can add more solid or melted chocolate to the batch until the maximum capacity is reached before pressing the T button. Remove the lid and add the seed chocolate you had held aside and select your tempering mode. For the sake of this demonstration, we will be utilizing Temper 1. When the chocolate reaches 90 degrees Fahrenheit, the machine will beep and you will be prompted to remove any remaining seed chocolate from behind the baffle and press the T button to indicate that you have done so. The chocolate will continue to cool, and after a 1-minute countdown, will reach its desired temper point indicated by 3 long beeps and the words "In temper" flashing across the screen. Your chocolate is now ready to be dipped in or molded. The machine's bowl and scrapers are dishwasher safe, but for the sake of this demonstration will be washed by hand. Never place either the baffles or dust cover in a dishwasher. While cleaning the baffle, do not submerge it in water and avoid direct contact with the silver probe at its bottom as much as possible. Hand wash the baffle with lukewarm water. Soap is not harmful but also not required. Use the baffle cleaning brush, which is included, to clean areas where chocolate collects and are difficult to reach. To clean the outside metal casing, wipe down with a wet rag or sponge using a mild soap and always unplug first. Never spray solvent or cleaning fluid near the machine. Never use steel wool or any other abrasives to clean the machine or any of its components.